Hot take, but I think gym hopping might be ruining your gains. If you follow me elsewhere, you would know I don't have this hair anymore. The blonde is gone, the length is gone. It will be dearly missed. But anyway, you could definitely tell that this is an overdue edit. And you'd be right. But we're starting this video off going to the gym. This is the Anytime Fitness branch at Eton Centris, and I'm here because I dropped my sister off at an event and I wanted to squeeze in a workout before my other errands. I do like checking out other AF gyms. I like seeing what machines are available and how different their setups are to my home gym. I think that's one of the perks naman of joining a commercial gym na you can access their services wherever in whichever city. But I do think that there will be difficulties in efficiently building muscle if you hop between gyms too often. By the way, this workout was an arm, abs, and shoulder day, and I started off with these unilateral cable lateral raises that train the side delts to achieve wider shoulders. So, since progressive overload should be your number one priority and focus in your training, you should also be sticking to just one gym. And this is because equipment will never be consistent across gyms. If you've ever been to another gym besides your own, you might have noticed that a certain machine feels heavier or lighter even though you placed in the same weight you usually lift. And it's true, the indicated number won't always be the exact weight that you're lifting, and it's more relative to the number of pulleys that are configured into the machine. Sure, you could do the math. Perhaps there's just a 10-pound difference, or maybe you're actually lifting half of what's indicated. But you could also consider how the seat may feel different, the grip may feel different. Maybe you can't stretch or contract enough. So your push or pull won't feel the same as it usually would. Thus, you might not be able to exert the same amount of effort as you usually would, and you might not be able to sense the one rep improvements in your strength. It's kind of like how some people feel that this dumbbell feels heavier than this dumbbell, even though they're technically the same weight. But that's not to say it's completely impossible to work your muscles with different equipment or at different gyms, because you could definitely still push your intensity and stimulate your muscles this way. But I do think it's the tracking aspect that gets a drawback. I find that you have to be training the same way for each exercise if you want to consistently apply progressive overload. I don't know, maybe others are able to bypass these inconsistencies, but for me personally, I see more progress when I maintain my consistency at one location. And I do stick to my home gym, but there are just some few instances where convenience or curiosity brings me to other branches. So this might not be a problem for you. If you only work with free weights, this might not be a problem for you. And honestly, that's another discussion in itself, but you can still take everything I've said as food for thought. If for whatever reason you do like gym hopping, then by all means continue doing so. I just wanted to share my shower thoughts on it. After my workout, I drove out of Centris and headed towards Manila for a haircut. This is Barbierro Barbershop at Laong Laan, and it's a queer-owned, queer-oriented barbershop. This place has definitely gotten really popular because when I got there, all the seats for waiting were taken. So luckily, I was able to book an appointment on their website beforehand. I just wanted a 2-block cut, but my barber actually said what I wanted was different from what was in the picture I brought. So he actually recommended a lower taper and told me my bangs were too short to form curtains for now. So this is what the fresh cut ended up looking like. And as a socially anxious queer person, I've always felt very insecure asking for less feminine haircuts and then never getting the results I wanted. So I'm really, really happy for spaces like these that allow for gender neutrality and inclusivity. And if you're from the area and you want a new look, don't hesitate to check them out. After that, I came back to Centris to pick up my sister and check out how the convention was going. It was potaween and a lot of people were in costume. There was a lot of Plants vs. Zombies and anime girls I'm not familiar with, but I was too shy to push a camera in front of anyone's faces, so this is all you're getting. But this is my sister's booth. She sold her usual Chikawa and Cuphead fan art, and if I recall correctly, this was a good event for her. So kudos to the patron of the arts organizers. Events like these are a great way to support local artists and network if you want to work with creatives, but also if you just want to make friends with people in the same fandoms as you. But yeah, that's really all there is to this video. I hope I can make more narrative videos and film more of my days this year. I'm graduating this July, so I definitely see some opportunities opening up for me in the future. So whatever happens, thank you for sticking around with me, and I'll see you soon.